Coming in now, Hafiz Saeed has been arrested in Lahore. Pakistan has arrested terror mastermind Hafiz Saeed. He has been arrested in Lahore is the breaking news that we're getting for our viewers at this point in time. As we were talking about a terror module which the NIA busted in Chennai, we have an update from Pakistan. Hafiz Saeed has been arrested by Pakistan in Lahore, and Shavan joins us on the phone line to bring us the latest on this. Shavan, what else are you picking up? A big arrest there in Pakistan. Hafiz Saeed has been taken in custody.
Well, in fact, Christian, this comes in as a pressure from FATF, because remember, FATF had made it absolutely clear that Pakistan needs to take action. Finally, UN designated global terrorist Hafiz Saeed has been arrested by Punjab's counter-terrorism department, and he has been sent to jail. What we are also thinking is that unlike the past, we have seen that Hafiz Saeed was placed under a house arrest. This time, it appeared to be a little different. He was on from Lahore when this action was basically taken by the counter-terrorism department of Punjab, where Hafiz Saeed has been placed under arrest. More details are yet to come in as on what basis they have basically arrested Hafiz Saeed, but there was certainly pressure that was building on Pakistan to take some concrete action against UN-designated global terrorist Hafiz Saeed, because remember, Pakistan essentially is looking at several sanctions being implemented by the FATF, essentially with certain demands that have been put forth by the FATF that where they need to take some concrete action as far as terrorism emanating from Pakistani soil is concerned. And of course, with regards to Hafiz Saeed, 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed, who's been roaming freely in Pakistan, despite the kind of global pressure, there was absolutely no action that was taken by Pakistan. A sham house arrest we have seen in the past, but this time it does appear at this point in time that there is some amount of pressure that is building on Pakistani government to take some action against Hafiz Saeed.
Right, also Shavan, like you rightly pointed out, Pakistan earlier on, time and again has come out with this sham, has as a face saver, spoken about how Pakistan is acting against terror outfits and also terror masterminds like Hafiz Saeed. But we've also known how that's just been happening on the face of it. In reality, all of these terrorists have been operating freely on the soils of Pakistan, and nothing much has been done. So how confident are we really that there's a difference this time around?
Well, in fact, the only difference that appears at this point in time is that this may not be a house arrest. In fact, he's been sent to judicial custody is what we are being told. Remember, in the past also, the Pakistani anti-terrorism court in Lahore had released Hafiz Saeed on bail. And the court had basically granted Hafiz Saeed, along with others, his close associates like Amir Hamza, Hafiz Masood and Malik Zafar. These are people along with Hafiz Saeed who were granted bail. But in this particular case, we are being told that as he was traveling from Gujranwala from Lahore, that's when the arrest took place, and this action was taken by the counter-terrorism department of Punjab. Thereafterwards, he's now been placed under arrest. Important to point out here is the fact that as to how Pakistan has been facing flack from FATF also. There is a threat as far as economic sanctions are concerned, because time and again, FATF in its plenary meeting has raised this question as to how Pakistan has really not acted upon suggestions that have been made by FATF, where concrete action is what they've been demanded all this while, but there was absolutely no action whatsoever. Not to forget, Hafiz Saeed is the same man who's founded Jamaat-ud-Dawa, a Salafi group which is widely believed to be front of Lashkar-e-Toiba. And remember, this particular group is also on the UN's list of global terrorist groups. But despite that, we have seen time and again Pakistan not acting upon.
Right. Shavan, stay on with us. We're also being joined by our editorial advisor, Major Gaurav Arya. Now, Major Arya, what are you picking up from what exactly has happened now? Hafiz Saeed has been arrested in Lahore, but can we again say that this is just a face saver, considering that Pakistan has earlier on also come out with these declarations, but nothing really has happened on ground? We've all known how Hafiz Saeed, along with other terror masterminds, have been operating freely on Pakistan soil.
This is nothing. This is just a screensaver. Pakistan is about to be re-evaluated in the month of October by the FATF. It's already in the grey list. October will decide whether it continues to be in the grey list or goes to the blacklist. Pakistan has to take some overt actions to convince the world that it's cracking down on terror. It is cracking down on people who finance terror. And this is exactly what Pakistan is doing. Pakistan's courts mean nothing. They mean absolutely zero. The army will... We must understand, by simply saying that Hafiz Saeed is a terrorist and he leads a terrorist organization, that is only part of the story. Hafiz Saeed is a formal extension of the Pakistani armed forces. He does in Kashmir what the Pakistanis wanted to do but could not. They could not fight an overt war with us. They have lost all their 4 wars with us. So they tried the covert method. They tried to use terrorists like Hafiz Saeed to wage war against India. They will never let Hafiz Saeed down. He's part of their armory. And this arrest is a fraud.
Right. And, it's just not Hafiz Saeed. When we've spoken about people like Masood Azhar also, Pakistan has been left exposed time and again. On one hand, we have Pakistan come out with claims like we're not in touch with Masood Azhar. And on the other hand, Pak Foreign Minister has something else to say. So time and again, we've seen how Pakistan itself is so unaware of how it's making a fool of itself in the international sphere.
Surprisingly, just before Osama bin Laden was killed in Abbottabad 2 months back, the Pakistani government had formally stated that we do not know the whereabouts of Osama bin Laden. And then the Americans killed him in Abbottabad. So this is part of the Pakistani ploy. Brinksmanship is what we would call this. Push the envelope as far as they can and then keep on denying. Now, today they have arrested Hafiz Saeed. Hafiz Saeed goes around all over Pakistan raising funds for jihad in Kashmir. Don't the Pakistanis know that? Don't they know this Falai Insaniyat Foundation? Why was it set up in the first place? What is it a cover for? How is he managing funds? How is he sourcing funds? Everybody knows that. The Pakistani government knows that. We gave a dossier for 2611 and we said how these people are involved. They have done absolutely nothing. And they will do absolutely nothing. It is just a preparation for October for the FATF and the other charge, because the world is now sick and tired of Pakistan. And China is nudging Pakistan to take action, because if the FATF or any other world body takes action, there could be sanctions in place for Pakistan. Its economy is already in a very, very precarious state. It could collapse any moment. Pakistan does not have foreign reserves. And China also can only support it till a certain point in time. So this is all face saving done by Pakistan. Let us not read too much into it. This is fake, as I said. This is a fraud being perpetrated by the state of Pakistan.
Right, certainly. Thanks, Major Gaurav Arya, for joining us and bringing in your views on this broadcast. And of course, does look like a face saver, but remains to be seen what exactly happens next. Right now, Pakistan has been forced to arrest Hafiz Saeed. More global pressure mounting on Pakistan. The Hafiz Saeed, in fact, has been arrested by counter-terror department in Pakistan. Remains to be seen what exactly happens next. For how long will he remain in custody? And is this once again a face-saving move by Pakistan?